teachings are wrong, it is because you, your heart, has been corrupted.
As Orm's so-called Minister of Healing, Dr. Hayashi has become a key figure in cleansing the hearts of initiates. In ceremonies known as Christ initiations, the doctor gives disciples drinks laced with LSD to rid them of corrupted thought patterns. Asahara himself regularly takes large amounts of drugs. Indeed, such are the quantities that Orm use, that it's manufacturing its own LSD.
The effect was incredible. My hands felt like rubber balls. My body became numb. I felt sick. I was totally confused. I had been given it without being told what it was. But this was the initiation from the Holy One.
Toro Toyoda gets on his assigned train. He is the last of the attackers to board, and he is perfectly calm. Like all members of the inner circle of Orm, he has undergone another form of training, the PSI, or Perfect Salvation Initiation. These headsets, developed by Orm technicians, pass low-voltage currents through the brain. The aim is to implant Asahara's thought patterns directly into the mind. He has no compunction about following Asahara's orders. The trains the attackers are on have been carefully chosen for targeted destructive effect. The 5 men are on 3 lines, arteries that intersect at Kasumigaseki Station near Tokyo's Metropolitan Police Department, and the heart of the Japanese government. If all goes as planned, the 5 subway cars will be spreading the deadly gas as they crisscross the busy intersection in another 7 minutes. 8 o'clock, the moment of attack. Despite his doubts, Kenichi Hirase steels himself and finally decides to place his Sarin. In his panic, he fumbles. No one intervenes. He successfully punctures both bags. Yasuo Hayashi is having a pang of conscience. He will later recall,
I didn't want to do it, but I knew I couldn't run away from it. I just had to do it.
He punctures 2 of the 3 bags. Toro Toyoda successfully releases all his Sarin. Masato Yokoyama only manages to puncture 1 bag. It will prove to be the least damaging of the attacks. Dr. Hayashi is the last to attack, but he has second thoughts, as he will later tell police investigators.
When I looked around, the sight of so many commuters shocked me. I'm a doctor, and I've been working all my life to save lives. If I release this Sarin now by puncturing the bag, many people could die. If I unleash the Sarin here and now, the woman opposite me is dead for sure. I thought a number of times that I should stop, but I couldn't go against orders. I told myself, this is just a yoga of the Mahamudra, of a true enlightened master.
He also punctures only one bag before leaving the train. This is a silent attack. The metro control centers have no idea it's happened. The full effects of the Sarin will not be felt for several minutes. The 5 trains continue their journey towards Kasumigaseki and police headquarters. Japan is one of the most law-abiding countries in the world. The idea that Japanese citizens would ever commit such a large-scale and indiscriminate crime seems unimaginable. The attackers plan to rendezvous at their hideout in the Shibuya district of Tokyo. They will then return to Asahara at Orm's headquarters. The attackers themselves have no desire to experience the effects of Sarin. According to plan, they carefully rinse the tips of their umbrellas. Kenichi Hirosei's clumsy delivery means that he's been contaminated by the Sarin. He is already feeling symptoms. He reaches for his antidote. All the attackers know that there is a risk that this might happen, but the inner circle and the guru himself believe this is a necessary risk. Beyond the pseudo-religious rantings against the corrupt world, there is an ulterior and very practical motive for this morning's operation. Just 2 days before this attack, on March the 18th, Asahara received a tip-off from 2 of his disciples serving in the Japanese army. They've told him that Orm's base is about to be raided in connection with ongoing police inquiries into complaints against Orm. This morning's attack is intended to head the police off. Asahara has no intention of claiming responsibility. Instead, he calculates that the police will target other potential culprits, and that the attack will be so devastating that they'll be sidetracked and disrupted for months to come. It's not the first time that Asahara has tried this tactic. The year before in Matsumoto, he succeeded with another preemptive strike. It was also his first use of Sarin. A local landowner was taking him to court. Fearing that he was about to lose the case, Asahara attacked the trial judges. At night, armed terrorists drove a specially fitted truck into the district where the judges lived and sprayed out Sarin in atomized form. 7 people were killed and 144 rushed to hospital. The judges were among the injured and were unable to attend court to deliver their verdict. Asahara's tactic worked. The police pointed the finger elsewhere.
We didn't have any idea that this incident had any link with Orm. At that time, our chief suspect was North Korea, They were our most dangerous enemy.
最も危険な存在といいますのは北朝鮮でありました。
The terrorists drive off, unspotted, into the Tokyo traffic. Asahara has staked the fate of his religion on the heads of these 5 men. But the haphazard way that they've punctured their sarin means that the impact of the 5 attacks varies considerably. Masato Yokoyama only punctured one of his sachets, and that only with one small hole.